Myrus.
And I'm Summer, and welcome to Lockdown Lounge,
where we're going to show you how to make our favorite happy hour cocktails from home. Hi, Summer.
Hi, Myrus. How are you?
I'm good. Ready to get this happy hour started. And I'm excited today because we're doing what, Summer?
Scotch! Now, even though we sound really excited about Scotch, which actually I am, neither one of us are big Scotch connoisseurs. So we actually decided to bring in someone who is. So we actually have a guest today.
Yes. Y'all ready to meet him? All right, let's do this. Come on, Summer. Boop.
All righty.
And we're back. And we got a third person.
We have our guest.
Hi, guys.
Hi, John.
This is John. He's our editor. So whenever you guys see those little comments like the Myrus drop count and all of that, or when
which I don't appreciate.
Yes.
I wouldn't put it in there if you wouldn't do it.
True stuff, Myrus. You make it too easy.
I know. I'm not gonna drop anything today.
Yeah, right. And when you guys see that, like, we make a mistake and misspeak, and there's like a caption that corrects it, that's also him being a smart ass and like correcting us. So we
or all the mistakes you don't see them make that I cut out that you don't see.
He's our man behind the curtain. John, why don't you introduce yourself to the folks real quick? Tell them about your bartender.
Yeah, so I'm John, guys. Yep, I've been a bartender in the DMV area for about 7 years now. I've worked with Summer and I've worked with Myrus as well in the past too. So thanks for having me on. Should be a fun experience, guys. Yeah, happy to be here. So you guys, I know you told them we're doing Scotch today. I love Scotch. That's why I'm here.
I love Scotch. I love Scotch. Scotchy Scotch Scotch. Here it goes down into my belly.
With that, I'll just jump into a little bit of history of Scotch for people. So its first recorded history has been since the 15th century in Scotland, obviously. It's made from traditionally single malted barley. And then over the years of its evolution, it's been added to add grains to that as well. That's not just barley. And then you have the further division of that. You see like single malt Scotch, which is just made with one malted barley. And then you also have blends as well too, which you'll be seeing in this video as well, which is a mix of either malts, grains, and or just like whiskeys themselves mixed together. The other notable thing with Scotch too, guys, is that it has 5 distinct regions that's recorded. It used to be 4. You have Highland, Lowland, Campbelltown, Islay, and then you also have Speyside, which is the only added in 2014 that was added to it as well. And it's like a sub-region of the Highlands. Each of those have like different notes, different tasting notes between them. So you can find your favorite, flavor that you like depending on what region you get from. But yeah, so it's a very complex spirit. It's one of the reasons I like it so much. I like to treat myself a little bit. I'll get a nice single malt Scotch.
Hey,
and then, so treat myself.
3 words for you. Treat yourself. Treat yourself 2011.
Exactly. So with that, I guess we'll just go right into the drinks. I'll be doing first today. So I'll be doing a Penicillin. This is a relatively new cocktail. It only came on the scene in like the early 2000s. This was introduced by a bartender named Sam Ross. He worked at Milk and Honey in New York City. And it's a take on a Gold Rush, which is a bourbon-based drink with like lemon and honey in it as well too. So it should be fun. So for this, we're going to be using a blend to start. So it's going to be monkey shoulders. We're going to be starting with, that's our base. And that's going to be paired with lemon. And then I also made honey ginger syrup for this as well, which is super easy to do. And we'll link in the description.
Stop showing off, John.
I had some free time. I want to make a good drink. So we'll put obviously the recipe in the description below so you guys can see how to make it, but it took like 5 minutes to make, so super easy to do. And with that, let's get started. So first we're going to have our shaker tin filled with ice. And the first thing we're going to put in is the blended Scotch. We're going to do 2 ounces of that. We'll take our jigger. It's 2 ounces. Then we're going to add our honey syrup or honey ginger syrup. I got a nice mason jar as well. I know we're fans of those on the show.
Yeah, we are. They're practical, man.
They are. I hope no one notices that was a old Concord grape jelly container. That's what this is. All right, 3/4 ounces of the ginger syrup. And then it's also going to take lemon juice. You can do the bottled, which is fine as well. I already have some cut, so we're going to do cut ones in there. I'll try to get it into my jigger. We'll see how well I can get that.
I'm watching to see if you spill.
No spill.
Dang it.
She just don't want to be the only one.
I need a tad more though.
I'm watching him. I'm gonna clock him if he spill.
I'm a professional, Myrus, all right?
Yeah.
It never
So
happens.
Get him out of here.
All right, so 3/4 ounces of lemon juice as well. And that's all that goes into the shaker tin. And then you're just gonna shake that up. Nice and cold. Typically with like brown liquors, you usually want to stir so you don't bruise it. But with this drink, you can just shake it, it's fine. Then we're gonna get a nice highball glass for it. I have my nice and engraved one with the J on it.
Aww.
And then we're gonna add ice to this. You can just use like regular chipped ice, but I have some spheres to put in, so I can use a nice fancy little sphere ball.
Be schmancy.
Right, I need to get my ice
Yeah, a
game.
little bit, a little bit.
You and John
You should, yeah.
the ice, like.
You see that there? And then we're gonna pour the mixture over all that. A nice gold color.
That looks really good, man.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
All right, and then this is where the single malt's gonna come in. So you're just gonna float the single malt on top. I chose the Lefroy for that. So this is specifically needs to be an Islay Scotch, which is like the really heavy peaty smoky Scotches. So you don't need that much on top because it's very strong in its taste and aroma. And for that, you're just gonna take a little bar spoon, or any spoon really, and then you're gonna gently float that on top for you.
Let's see that float action.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Very nice. And then last but not least, we're just gonna, you can garnish this. Traditionally, it's with a candied ginger. I'm not that fancy. I didn't want to look up how to do that. So we're just gonna do a lemon peel for this that's gonna go on top. So take a knife, just a nice little peel going.
See, Myrus, how he's peeling away from himself?
God, yes, Summer, I see. Guys, they're always
Safety is always important.
They've been
Safety's always
doing this
important.
for years. I want this on record that these two have been doing it for years, and I always do what I want as a bartender anyway. I don't even know why they talk to me anymore.
She has her own style. All right, I'm gonna
that
see if I can
old
get this.
bartender that is set in her ways.
Oh, it wasn't that great, but it'll be good enough.
It was still fancy.
It's still fancy. I'm gonna pop that on top, and there you go. You have a nice penicillin.
Ew.
Back to you, ladies.
So funny enough, when I was trying to get into Scotch, John is the one who actually introduced me. So everything I know about Scotch is because of John. So yeah, little thing. So anyway, I chose to also use Monkey Shoulder, which is a blended Scotch, as John just said, for my cocktail, which is a blood and sand. And yeah, it's a traditional cocktail. John could probably tell you more about it. I honestly have not tried one, so this is going to be interesting. We're learning together, guys.
Ooh.
So it has.
I've had them before, but yeah, I don't know the history on them.
Oh, okay. Well, we learning together.
Yeah.
It is it's an old school cocktail. There are not really a lot of I noticed Scotch-based cocktails. So it was interesting trying to find one to do, but I really wanted to try this one, so I decided to do the blood and sand. It has blended Scotch. It has cherry herring, which is a cherry liqueur. It's really sweet. Also has a sweet vermouth. Yes, I understand that this is a very crappy sweet vermouth. No offense to Martini Rossi, but this is not the best vermouth that you can get. And then it has orange juice. I decided to pre-squeeze some orange juice, so this is fresh orange juice because I think it tastes better. Generally speaking, this cocktail is equal parts of everything. But like I said, cherry herring is really sweet and sweet vermouth is really sweet. And as Myrus can tell you,
She don't like sweet.
that is true. So I actually ended up modifying this and I'm going to go a little more Scotch heavy to kind of balance the sweetness. So usually it's 3/4 of an ounce of all of the ingredients, but I'm going to do an ounce of Scotch instead of 3/4 of an ounce because I still want the rest of the stuff to come through. So then cherry herring. This is some viscous stuff, guys. It's like super thick. My husband said it reminded him of cherry NyQuil. I was like, I don't know what NyQuil you drinking and taking that's that freaking thick. But whatever.
You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of the
Not the best thing when you're drinking.
It reminded me of this old school medicine that my mom used to give me. It was thick like molasses. I can't remember the name of it, but you used to get it like
it's Robitussin. Tussin.
Yeah,
Tussin.
Robitussin?
Robitussin. They call it Tussin.
Yeah.
It was like old school Tussin, like Summer. It was like and she would bring out a big spoon, like. Ugh.
And as Myrus goes down memory lane, I'm going to continue the cocktail. It's going to be 3/4 of an ounce of the sweet vermouth. I'm building in this glass because I want you to be able to see it. And traditionally, that's how you build cocktails. And 3/4 of an ounce of freshly squeezed orange juice. Blood and sand. Yes, you could use blood orange, but let's be honest, I couldn't find blood orange, so I'm using regular orange juice, as do a lot of other people who make this cocktail. I have a shaker tin full of ice. Generally, as John said, you would stir brown so that it doesn't bruise, but we're gonna shake because that stuff is viscous. So.
Shake them up, shake them up, shake them up.
And I don't have a strainer. I keep saying that. I need to invest in the strainer. I invest in everything else but a strainer. So this is a chilled glass, guys. And I'm just going to, this is a 10-ounce martini glass, which is why it is not filling up to the top, because that would be a lot of booze, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, honestly. And then I have a orange rind, and I'm also going to attempt the schmanciness, which is this. Ooh.
Got the Zippo too. So fancy.
Well, in my household, there's like 20 Zippos for non-smokers. It's kind of funny. My husband collects them. So anyway, and there you go.
Awesome. It looks beautiful. So guys, some people at home who aren't bartenders might wonder why you're lighting the orange right now. Can one of y'all explain that real quick? Or the citrus, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Lighting
Yeah, sure. So it's the same principle, like when you're just like squeezing it to get the oils from the peel into the drink. So lighting on fire, it's more showy, but it's functionally doing the same thing. You're just getting that oil onto the drink and around the rim, so you have a nice little citrus flavor there.
Yo, this is good. It's still a little
so that's
sweeter.
Your first time having it, right?
Yeah, this is still a little sweeter. So next time I make it, instead of doing an ounce, I'd probably bump it up to like 1/2 an ounce for the sweet vermouth and the cherry herring, and then do like 1 1/2 ounces of the Scotch.
Yeah, that cherry herring is really strong. Yeah.
It's really strong. It's coming through. Like, I don't really taste the Scotch as much. So the next time I do this, I'm definitely going to do like 1.5 ounces of the Scotch, then 1/2 ounce of each of the others. The orange juice can stay at 3/4 of an ounce, but it's not bad.
Nice.
All right, Myrus, your turn.
See, Myrus is getting in character here. What you making today, Myrus?
I said, you come to me on my day off to ask me to make a drink today. And today I'm going to make a Godfather. So, like Summer, I am not very versed in scotches. I too got introduced to scotches by Tuna. Let me straighten my camera out. Sorry, guys. I too got introduced to scotches by Tuna.
Tuna is John, by the way. That's his nickname.
You're Big Tuna. Head for open waters. Big Tuna is a super ambitious guy.
We call him Tuna because he is the essence of Halpert from The Office. He even has his own Pamela Beasley. Hi, Sheila. So we call him Tuna every once in a while. Sorry about that. John. So we both got introduced to scotches by John. A Godfather is a very simple drink, guys. I'm going to be using John Bar today, which is a very affordable Scotch.
Oh, so sweet.
I did. I picked it because I said, John Bar, I said, let me try. I've never tried it. This is going to be my first time trying a Godfather. A Godfather also has amaretto in it. I picked Disaronno because it is just like the best amaretto to get for these kind of drinks. For me, Scotch usually tastes a little metallic-y. Like it tastes like a penny in your mouth almost, or like.
Really?
Yeah, for me, it's the metallic taste of Scotch is always. I've developed a taste for it, but prior to that, it always just tastes like metal to me in your mouth. So
appetizing.
We're gonna make this one good though, and I'm not gonna spill nothing today. Here we go. All right, so guys, this drink is very simple. It's just equal parts Scotch and amaretto. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add about 1.5 ounces of Scotch and 1.5 ounces of amaretto. And unlike my two co-stars on here, I'm gonna stir like I'm supposed to.
You try stirring cherry herring.
I'm coming for y'all. So all I'm gonna do is stir this up real quick. Boop, 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 boop. Yep.
Myrus, is the John Bar a blended or a single malt?
It is a blended, actually. It is blended. It's very smooth, apparently refined. It has been around since the 1800s. So
a lot of Scotch distilleries, yeah,
that's
from
what
the
I heard
1800s when they started, yeah.
So now I'm just gonna take my ice, fill my glass, and strain. Oops. I'm not in my format. My camera keeps lifting up. Jeez. Excuse our technical difficulties.
That's fine. We can see.
There we go. And then I'm just gonna pour my Godfather over my ice. Now you could do as Summer and John did and add another peel to this, but I didn't really want to peel because of the amaretto. I kind of just want a cherry. So I'm gonna just chew cherry in there. I can get one out without spilling.
Something about that glass, huh?
There you have it. I know I got saved by the glass for real because that was going on the table. And there you have it. So with that being said, cheers, guys.
Cheers.
I might have just found a new favorite drink of mine.
Really?
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I really like that.
What are the tasting notes on the penicillin, John?
Yeah, so a lot of citrus and then like honey. I'm not getting as much of the ginger, so if I was to make the syrup again, I'd probably do more ginger than what I did initially.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also really nice with the single malt on top, the Islay, so you get like a little bit of smokiness on the front end, and then it kind of melts into citrus and honey, which is a really good balance. So it's a good summertime drink, honestly. I'd be sipping this on patios. Be nice.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm a fan of it.
I would actually probably want to use a peatier Scotch for this too to counteract some of the sweetness, because
that monkey shoulder is so smooth. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like don't really taste it.
This is actually one of the milder Scotches I've ever had. So I'm actually thoroughly impressed by this. It's very smooth.
And
yeah, I've seen John Bar, but I've never actually tasted it before. You don't really find it in bars that much.
Yeah.
It's not as popular as like a Johnny Walker or a Dewar's is. But yeah, it's good.
This tastes better than Dewar's, guys. So you might want to put this in your cabinets.
Yeah, just for like price comparisons for everyone. So how much did yours cost, Myrus?
This bottle right here costs $20.
That's $20. So the monkey shoulder that Summer and I got, I think I got mine for like 37 or 40, like around that range. So it's a little bit higher end as far as blends go. And then the Lefroy, this one is like 45, like around that range too. So like Scotch can get expensive in single malt range, but you can do it on a budget too, especially if you're like trying to figure out if you like Scotch. Just, get like something that's a little bit more mid-price, like a $25, $30 bottle, something like that. Because it is complex and you're not going to like every Scotch, but there is a Scotch for everyone, I promise.
That is true. He sold me on sheep dip. That was the first Scotch where I was like, I can drink this. It's a blended Scotch. It was really good.
Yeah, well, that's why we brought him on, because he's a Scotch man. Isn't that what they say in that song? That's him. Down there.
In what?
In what?
You don't know that song? It's like, it goes, he's a Scotch man. No?
I'm a Scotch man.
Am I alone?
No.
Okay.
I have no clue.
Sorry. I'm showing my age.
It sounds like a theme song, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, see? Well, that fits right in with our topic. Crazy things that people say. We're going to talk about that today, guys. We're going to go into crazy things we've heard customers say, from the ignorant to the absolutely nutty. Y'all ready for this? Who wants to go first?
I will go
I'll
first.
go first.
No, let's go. Let John go first, because he's the guest. He's the guest.
Go ahead, Boo.
Okay, yeah. So I've this is like two combined in like one. They're separate issues, but they both revolve around like steak, usually, particularly, that like always irk me when I hear them. But when someone asks very sincerely, like, one, I want my steak well done, but not burnt, I like cringe on the inside so much. Guys, you're getting it well done. It's not going to be burned. These are professional people cooking them. If you're that worried, don't get it well done then, because you're already ruining the steaks. Like, that one pisses me off. And then the other one related to that is when people say, when you're asking about cook temperatures, and they're like, oh, I want it somewhere in between like medium and medium well. Like, that's what medium well and medium rare are there for. That's your in between. Stop making up new in betweens to go between
Medium
them.
plus.
Like, medium plus, like, that's medium well. Like, we're not like exactly getting in between medium and medium well for you. Pick one. It's already the in between. Like, I don't know why people think that like they're getting that when they ask for it that way. It's ridiculous.
So this is actually along the same lines. It drives me bonkers when people order any type of red meat, like under well done, like medium well, and then it comes to them and they're like, well, there's still pink in this.
Right. Yeah.
It's going to have pink in it unless it's well done. Like, the purpose of it being less than well done is so that it's not completely like cooked through.
Ruined.
Well, yeah. So medium well, there is going to be slightly pink. So I get orders all the time where they're like, I want it medium well, okay, but no pink. There better not be any pink in it. I'm like, okay, so well done. No, I didn't say well done. I don't want it dry. I'm like, do you understand that the more you cook something, the drier it's going to get? Like, well done is going to naturally be drier than medium well, and medium well is naturally going to have some pink in it. So that irritates the heck out of me. Another one, like, it's not even irritating me. It's just something that like stupid people say. This one is really kind of funny. Our restaurant had rotisserie chicken, and a guest came in and sat down. It was like, before the server could even say anything, was like, yo, y'all got that chicken that rolls?
Oh, God.
Oh, man.
Chicken that rolls. Chicken that. This guy is talking.
You can connect the dots there, but yeah.
Chicken and rolls. And then another one, the stupid stuff people say is, I was working with John, actually, and we were trying to close, and they were like our last table. And this is post-COVID, okay? So we're like sanitizing the heck out of every table. And we're like literally just loitering, waiting for this table to get up because we've been closed for an hour. And they had the nerve to say, oh, do you want us to move to that table, pointing at another table, so you can clean this one? How is that helping? How is that helping? So now I have 2 tables to sanitize. Like, just...
Yeah, there's literally like no one else like on the patio. You know, it's like just them. We're like ready to leave. But also, as Summer said, it was like post-COVID, so it's like you have to sanitize. Like, we already do that enough as a restaurant, like in normal times, but now it's like you have to take extra special care. And these, for some reason, they're like, oh no, if we'll just go sit at a different table, you can clean this one. It's like, well, then I got to clean the one you sat at. You're sitting at like now. What do you mean? You're giving me more work to do.
Yeah.
Just say, so I told him that essentially in a nice way, but I was like, no, just you can just stay there.
And then he told them to leave.
They stayed way overstayed. They're welcome. Yeah.
He was like, ladies, it's time. Maya, you have one?
What you got, Myrus?
I do. One of my favorite crazy customer quotes is this party that we had in the back room. I don't know if either one of y'all were working that day. We had a party of like, it had to be 20 at least people for a birthday. The birthday girl comes in, everybody comes in. They were fine for the most part. They were a little rowdy and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, it was fine. They kikied, they foo-la-la, they had a good time. And then the check came. The hostess with the mostest picked up the check. And she looked around the room and go, who ordered the gravity? When I tell
now I know what you mean by that. Okay.
When I tell you that all I could do was leave the room.
Mm-hmm.
I was working on a party with other people, and I told them, I said, you know what? Y'all handle that. I'm not even dealing with that. I'm not even going to explain to her, first of all, that she's mispronouncing that word, gratuity. Second, I'm not going to explain to her that because it's a big party, it's automatically put on the bill. I don't even want that smoke, sis. Y'all, I was telling the manager, I said, y'all going to have to go over there because this about to be some foolishness, and I'm not here for it.
That's like...
Gravity.
Who ordered the gravity?
That's like what I had a guess as they were ordering, can I get a glass of Cartier? I was like, Cartier? I was like, is that cognac I don't know about? Cartier? What's Cartier? I know like the jeweler Cartier. What? And he's like, Queen, Cartier. And I was like, Chardonnay?
Oh,
I was trying to decipher that. I was like, what could that be? Yeah.
Let's not get into wines.
Yeah. Oh, I have one, but like, this is one that my husband told me, and I was dying so hard. So, this lady gets her food, and she looks at it, and she's like, I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was fried. The woman had ordered the fried chicken. Okay? Literally, ordered the fried chicken. It comes out, and she looks at it, she's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that this was fried.
Okay, I'm gonna say this for all the customers out there. I'm gonna need y'all to pay attention, because half of the things we're saying is y'all just not giving a gosh darn about looking the hell around and like taking in your surroundings.
Yeah.
Like
that applies to price too. I was gonna say, because that's another one that comes up when someone like looks to the bill and is like, hold up, it's this much? If I had known that, I wouldn't have ordered it. And like, it was on the menu how much it is before you ordered it.
Yeah.
It says it right there. Why you can't complain right now. I'm sorry.
Like, we're not the jerks in those situations.
You know what this reminds me of? It's from one of my favorite movies, Clerks, when they're talking about like what Randall's like, this job would be awesome if it weren't for the customers.
You know what I can do with that? I can do without the people in the video store.
Which ones?
All of them.
What would you get for a 6-year-old boy who chronically wets his bed?
So do you have any new movies in?
Do you have that one with that guy who was in that movie that was out last year?
You think you get stupid questions? You should hear the barrage of stupid questions I get.
What do you mean there's no ice? You mean I gotta drink this coffee hot?
So how much is this thing anyway?
Like, that whole reminds me, it's like, it applies so much to restaurants too. But oh my goodness,
like,
there's
all
so
movies
much.
Y'all see, we live that. Like, there is no exaggeration half the time. The only thing we don't do is in the movie Waiting, where they destroyed that food by spitting it in and all that stuff they did to it. If you haven't seen
that doesn't happen as much.
We
as
don't
people
do
think.
that.
No. That's disgusting.
We might think of that scene sometimes when y'all in there acting like a bitch. Might think of that scene really hard.
No, we would never.
We would never do that. But just have some respect for people, guys. We're human beings. Have some respect for us and yourself. Notice your surroundings, and just, if you're not sure of something, just ask us.
Yeah, that does remind me of when, like, I don't know if it was a true story or an urban legend. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but it was like this one Olive Garden somewhere where they like tested the Alfredo sauce, and there was like 3 different kinds of I'll say male life syrup in it. I don't know if I can say on your show. Yeah, I don't know if that's a true one, but that's like an old urban legend going around, stuff like that. So I'm not saying it never happens, but it does not happen often at all.
No, I'm sorry. That's gonna be a quote. Male life serum.
Male life serum.
I don't know, like with your, like, I know you guys don't, you're trying to be family friendly, so I'm trying to
I like it.
put tone the language
I'm gonna
back.
have to use that more often. I like that. All right,
But yeah,
y'all.
just don't be a jerk, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
And with that being said, I think we should wrap this up, guys. What you think?
Yes, I do want to say that all of the recipes today, including the ginger honey syrup recipe, will be on lockdownlounge.co. So go ahead and go to the website to find that out. Thank you, John, for, educating
Thanks for having me.
us.
This was fun. Yeah.
I'll say he's the man. We love him, guys. So we hope that you love him too, which you will. And as always, stay safe, drink responsibly.
Like, comment,
all that.
Like, comment, and subscribe, all that stuff.
Please, guys. All right, and we'll see you next time. Peace.
Down. This is the lockdown.